Boo! At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning, I wanna turn on this. Becky quick. While the average man looking at this, it's sad like she fine as yeah. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like yeah, 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stock pick. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-Wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot keys. Strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thought, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, open up some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETFs, making profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trigger and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. and I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up watching them games, make profits. While I'm still in my same making profits. They used to watch me move them packs. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETF. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? Hey, make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Hey, make profits. That TTG money gang, making profits. We some snipe.
Hey, yo, what's up, everyone? What's going on? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward Paranati. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and head trader at True Trading Group. In case you guys didn't know, we are the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that combines university level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, live workshops, individual coaching and mentorship for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We day trade, we swing trade. We also cover long-term investing. There's literally something for everybody at True Trading Group. We've got over 10,000 members in 114 different countries. Truly a global community at True Trading Group. So if you guys are here for the first time, welcome. Smash that like button, show some love. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications. Don't ever miss out on these live streams. I give you golden nuggets of education, all for free. I give you analysis. I give you my positions I'm getting into, what I think the markets are going to do, not what they've already done. I put my neck out there, and I have no problem telling you exactly what I believe is going to take place. Am I going to be right every single time? No. Am I going to be right a lot more than I'm wrong? Yes. Do I believe that I'm the world's greatest trader ever to have lived? No. But why should you listen to anything it is that I discuss on this channel? It's because I was trained by professionals. It was my first job out of college, was working for T3 Alpha Fund in New York City. While there, they had me go through a training program before they let me touch $1 of the fund's money. And then we had the Great Recession, 2008, the big stock market crash. But that's the same year I actually received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you fast forward, I'm the co-founder and the head trader at True Trading Group, and along with my team of 8 other professional full-time trading mods and an over 30-person staff, we have helped thousands of members from all over the world to reach their goals. If you guys are looking for some AI analysis and AI chatbots and AI trading assistants and everything else, you look no further, because True Trading Group actually did receive the Benzinga FinTech Chairman's Award for Best AI Analysis Tool. There's my business partner and I actually at the Global Benzinga FinTech Award ceremony receiving that award. It's nice to be recognized for what we are doing, implementing AI technology into our platform, helping our members make money, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Right? It's just helping our members to make money. Again, over 10,000 members from all over the world. We have a retention rate that's well into the mid 70s, and we have a refund rate that is less than 2.5%. Okay. So bottom line is, as a whole, our members are successful. Our members make money. Our members are becoming better traders and better investors. We cover long-term investing too inside of True Trading Group. We are a fintech platform, not just a chat room with trade alerts and courses. You guys join True Trading Group, you get access to some of the top trading and investing tools that are available in the market today. Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed, trading views charts, trade idea scanner, dark pool data, unusual options activity, short data, congressional trading data, and so much more. All of it when you guys join the TTG community and join the TTG platform. No upsell for any of those things. It's all just part of it. So again, if you guys are here, welcome, subscribe, smash that like button. Let's talk about what's going on in the markets today. Big day inside of True Trading Group. We absolutely perfectly nailed the analysis in the markets today. If you guys caught my live stream yesterday, Noor Shawkri says, help me. I would be more than happy to help you. I will help you any way that I possibly can, Noor. Any way that I can. I'm glad to help you. I'm glad you're here if you need help. Because this is a place where you get help. This is a place you get help. But if you guys caught my live stream yesterday, I told you yesterday that I believe the markets were going to snap back today. And the target today was a 2.5% gain on the NASDAQ. It is exactly what we got today. It was a 2.5% gain on the NASDAQ, a 2% bounce back in the S&P. And this is a move that we really kind of saw coming yesterday when you got a bunch of news came out after the close. We were already really oversold in the markets. We really were. We were oversold in the markets. It's the 5th fastest correction for the NASDAQ in history. It's the fastest correction for the NASDAQ since COVID. and nothing goes down in a straight line. Nothing goes up in a straight line. You're going to have pullbacks on bull markets. You're going to have bounces in bear markets. We're not in a bear market yet. I know a lot of people might try to tell you otherwise, but we are not. There's actually a technical definition of a bear market. We're nowhere near it. A bear market is a 20% decline or more. We are not anywhere near that right now. Doesn't mean we can't go that low, but I'm just telling you right now, it would be incorrect. Okay. It would be incorrect to say we are in a bear market. We are not. We are in a correction. Okay. And you've actually the S&P came out of a correction. We went into a correction yesterday, and the S&P is now out of that correction already. I believe we're going to go back down into that correction. I believe that the bounce that you experienced today is nothing more than a dead cat bounce. Unfortunately, I do think there's one more leg to the downside coming. But with that being said, I did nibble on some stuff a couple days ago. All right. A couple of days ago, I nibbled on a couple of different stocks in my long-term portfolio, but they're just nibbles because I do think that the markets go lower over the course of the next month or so. And that is when I'm going to start to take my bigger chunks and my bigger buys. But before we talk about the long-term stuff, let's talk about the individual day. If you caught the live stream yesterday, we were very specific in discussing why we thought the markets were going to bounce back today. Some really good pieces of news that we got yesterday. One, there was the news about Chuck Schumer voting yes, or going to vote yes, didn't vote yes yet, going to vote yes to pass the GOP bill to keep the government open. That got the markets moving higher. And then you also had comments yesterday after the close from Ontario Premier Doug Ford. Doug Ford spent 9 hours meeting with Lutnick and other U.S. trade representatives. And when he came out of that meeting, he was immediately encountered by reporters, and they asked him a bunch of questions. And he said, and these are quote, I'm not making them, not summarizing, these are quotes. We had a extremely positive meeting. Temperatures have calmed down. One of the best meetings I've ever had coming down here. We will be meeting again next week. Okay. Those were the comments from the Premier of Ontario. Now, all of those things, or not all of, just those two things, got the markets moving higher yesterday after the close. And we said today, if we get above 555, then it's game on. It's game on to the long side if we get above 555. Why did we say 555? Well, it's because, look, the level's still there. This is the level I drew for you guys on the live stream yesterday. And I just want to show it to you guys, right? So here it is. So you have a support level here, a support level here. And then yesterday you broke underneath it. It was resistance. And then yesterday afternoon, resistance. And today you gapped above it. And once you gapped above it, it said, that's it. It's game on, right? And then I said we went straight for the longs. Today's watch list was dominated with longs. We did not have one short idea on the watch list today. The watch list is right here in my hand. The watch list included VKTX long, Meta long, NVIDIA long, the SPY long, Goldman Sachs long, JP Morgan long, Tesla long. And all of those stocks gave you and Palantir long. All those stocks gave you beautiful moves to the upside, but it was on the back of us saying, okay, it's time for us to get a snapback day in the market. And man, snapback did we ever, with a nice 2.5% move in the NASDAQ and a 2% move on the S&P. And our members were able to really capitalize on it. It was a big day for a lot of our members. The futures room absolutely crushed it. So in True Trading Group, we trade equities. We also trade options. We also trade futures. But for futures, we actually have a separate room for futures so that the trade alerts can be focused for whether you're trading futures or if you're trading options or equities, you'll be in the main chat room. So that way we can keep the chat nice and organized and it's not overwhelming with too many trade alerts. Because don't forget, there's myself and there's 8 other professional traders at True Trading Group that share their screens with you during the day. We trade with you live. We talk to you on the microphone like I'm talking to you now, tell you what we're thinking, what our analysis is. And then the best part, you get real-time push notifications when our mods enter and exit positions. So, whether you're in our chat room on your computer, or if you're not in front of your computer, we have a mobile app that lets you stay connected to our chat, even if you're not in front of your computer, and you get real-time push notifications when our mods enter and exit positions. And that's how so many of our members are able to follow along with what we're doing during the day. 82% of our members have a full-time job. So obviously it's very important for those people to be able to trade on the go. I don't expect you to sit in front of your computer for hours upon hours a day. That's our job. Let us do that for you. You just make sure that you've got an internet connection. And when we send out those real-time trade alerts, you're able to go ahead and open up your device and then take that trade and follow along with us if you so choose. Okay. We tell you just exactly what we are doing. It's up to you to take that information with it and do whatever you want. We're not necessarily giving you buy and sell recommendations. We are telling you exactly what we are doing. So when we buy something, you are notified. When we sell something, you are notified. Okay. Myself and the 8 other professional traders that are at TTG. And it'll be a day trade. It could be a swing trade. It could be a long-term portfolio move. Like today in my long-term portfolio, I trimmed some of my gold position. Okay. In my market outlook report from 2024, I publish a market outlook report every year. Okay. So every year I tell everybody, okay, guys, this is what I think is going to happen in the markets. And these are the stocks I'm going to focus on buying. And my market outlook report for 2025 highlights the expectation of a correction, which so far we've been right on that. We've had a correction. I started nibbling, but I do think we're going to have a little bit more of a correction. I don't think the bottom is in yet. The move that we saw today, I don't think is the bottom. I think it's a tradable bottom, but I do think there's one more move here coming to the downside. We'll see if I'm right about that. But back in 2024, I named gold as my number one top commodity pick. And I'm still long it. Okay. So I bought GLD which is just a gold ETF. I bought it at $188 in January of 2024. And I trimmed some of that position when gold got to $2,600 an ounce. And I just trimmed more of that position today. I literally just trimmed it today. Okay. So here is my entry. Okay. Right here was the entry off of the market outlook report. And my first trim was earlier. My first trim was earlier this year, and then that is was last year, and then you have another trim that just came off there today. Okay, so I did, but I'm still in a bulk position here. Okay, I still am in a bulk position. It's just one of the cleanest. It's just one of the cleanest breakout patterns that you'll see. It's literally one of the cleanest cup and handles that I've ever seen in my life. So for those of you looking at like chart patterns, here it is. Okay. So cup and handle patterns are trend continuation patterns. Okay. So there's your up move, meaning like there's the trend up move. There's the cup. And then here's the handle, right? So there's the cup and there's the handle. And then there's the breakout, right? And then now you have your follow through. So you are getting a bit extended here. Obviously, gold is really ratcheting up here with everything going on, the economic uncertainty, what's going to happen with the jobs market, what's going to happen with tariffs. Is there going to be a recession? The markets economy is slowing. What's the Fed going to do? Obviously you have all this uncertainty, and with uncertainty, people will tend to flock to gold. And you also have central banks all over the world that are hoarding gold right now, physical gold. It's really the driving force behind why gold is moving higher, is because central banks are buying gold, and they're buying gold very aggressively. They're buying physical gold, and you're getting some record-setting deposits of gold bars into some of these vaults, these protected vaults that are around the world. But so I'm just getting just news alerts as they're coming across the screen. There's just an update on some Ukraine news, which is something else that we got to talk about. Okay, that's something else we got to talk about. But I'm still long gold, but I did trim some. Way to go, Bert! I bought gold from that Outlook report last year. Big winner, worth joining just for that report. Thank you, Bert. I know Bert's done extremely well with the long-term Outlook report. And that is one thing. Listen, I'm gonna shoot you guys real straight. I mean, dead honest with you. Day trading and swing trading is not for everybody. Okay. We don't have a 100% success rate. Okay. Yes, the majority of our members are doing very well, but if we have over 10,000 members, we're not going to have over 10,000 consistently profitable traders. I'm being realistic with you. I'm going to shoot you straight. But just because you don't make it as a day trader or a swing trader does not mean that you should walk away from the markets entirely. Long-term investing is extremely important. And understanding when you should be buying and what you should be buying is incredibly important to your financial wealth and your financial well-being throughout the rest of your life and your family's well-being after you are gone. I cannot stress enough how important it is to be a long-term investor and to build a long-term portfolio. And the problem is that a lot of people feel like they need so much money to start a long-term portfolio, and therefore they never do. They wait, I'll wait until I have enough money. And if you wait until you have enough money, you're missing out on years and years and years of opportunity. The thing about long-term investing is that it's never going to feel like it's the right time. And I'm going to explain to you why. You will never feel like it's the right time to start your long-term portfolio, because if the markets are down, you're going to think it's not the right time because you think that the markets are going to go lower. Like right now. Right now, you're like, the markets are down 10%, but I think there's going to be a recession. I think stocks are going to go lower, so I'm going to wait. Okay, so when stocks are down, you think stocks are going to go lower, so you think it's not a good time to invest. Then let's go back a couple of months ago or a couple of years ago. Let's go back to 2021. Let's go back to 2023 when you said, oh, the markets are at all-time highs. Well, I don't want to really start a long-term portfolio now. The market's at all-time highs. Stocks are expensive. I'll wait for them to come down. So you don't think it's a good time to invest when the markets are up. You don't think it's a good time to invest when the markets are down. And when the markets are going sideways, you don't think you have enough money to get started. So when the hell are you going to start your long-term portfolio? Meanwhile, years of compounded gain, interest, dividends, returns are passing you by when you should be just starting your long-term portfolio and continuously adding to it every single year. I add in my long-term portfolio every year, regardless of what the market's doing. I don't care if we're up, down, left, right, inside out, or upside down. I am adding to my portfolio every single year. It's just that when the markets are down, I add more. And if you can add more, then you add more when markets are down. So I nibbled on some stuff a few days ago. I'll give you the list of stocks that I nibbled on. They're not anything crazy though, because I do think the markets go lower. So I am saving my larger purchases for much lower prices. But the stocks that I nibbled on, just because they're down so much and I like them long term. I nibbled on Tesla. I nibbled on AMD. I nibbled on AppLovin. I nibbled on ServiceNow. I nibbled on Cloudflare. I nibbled on Kava. I nibbled on Starbucks. I nibbled on Broadcom. And I initiated new positions. Nibbled on those other names means I already own them, and I just bought a little bit more. I initiated new positions in VST and IGV. Okay. Those are the 10 stocks that I went into just a couple days ago. They're not very big. I'm just being full disclosure, full transparency. They were nibbles. My larger purchases, I believe my larger purchases may be occurring somewhere in this region. Okay. This is where I believe I'm going to get my largest purchases. The way that I think this is going to play itself out with regard to the overall market is, I think today was just a little bit of a dead cat bounce. We were extremely oversold. And what I think you might start to see happen here is, I think that this bounce that we're going to try here, I think this bounce eventually runs out of steam. Okay. I think this bounce eventually runs out of steam, and you try to do something like this, right? You try to do something like this, and then eventually it works its way back to the downside. And then I think that it breaks. Okay. So I think that you're going to be looking at something that looks like this. Okay. I think this is what you are going to see over the course of the next month or so. And once you get down into this region, that's when I'm going to really start to buy some stuff. And I'm going to buy it relatively aggressively. And it's because I just don't think that we're going to have a recession. And I understand that that might be contrary to what some people believe, but as it stands right now, there really are not signs of a recession. That doesn't mean that can't change, but there really isn't. The next couple of months are going to be crucial because you have to keep your eyes on the labor market and what's going on with all these federal employees that have lost their jobs. This is the part that makes me weary. 85% of the job growth we had in 2024, 85% was government-related hires. 85%. That's either at the federal level or the state level. It was either direct government jobs or jobs that are dependent on government-funded programs. Okay. 85% of the job growth was either federal government, state government, or places that are dependent on government funded programs. 85%. That means 15% of the job growth last year was in the private sector. Why is that? And why is that significant? Well, because now we are removing a lot of government jobs. So all that excess that got brought on last year is being taken away. And if you don't have private sector job growth, where are those people going to go? So you may see an uptick in the unemployment rate, and that could lead you potentially to more of an economic slowdown that maybe leads to a recession. It's possible. I just don't see it right now. If that changes over the next couple of months, I will let you know. But as I sit here today on March 14th, I don't see the signs of recession yet, specifically when I look at credit markets. Credit markets are behaving, especially for as much of a decline we've had in the markets, like a 14% drop in the NASDAQ in less than a month. The credit markets really haven't moved. And you have something called credit spreads. When credit is good and you have stability in financial markets, the credit spreads are very, very tight. When there's credit problems and there's cracks in the credit markets, the spreads widen, and that shows increasing risk. Okay. So the credit markets are usually a precursor. Credit spreads expanding is a precursor to a recession. Now, yes, you've seen credit spreads tick a little bit higher. You have seen them tick a little bit higher, but they are still within a very controlled range of spread. They really haven't broken out of a range or a level that would be considered concerning. As long as that stays the case, I do not think that we have a recession. But if I start to see those credit spreads widen, I will then say, you know what, guys, the chances of recession are probably really starting to increase here. And what could cause that? If tariffs are still here months from now, I think you need the tariffs to come on and then come off pretty quickly. Like, you need the tariffs to come on, force new trade agreements, and then come off. If the tariffs come on and it's just a game of chicken in a fight, and months from now we still have tariffs, the chances of a recession go up. All right. So I'm not oblivious to it. I'm paying attention to it. I'm watching it. But as I stand here today, I don't think we're going to have a recession. Well, if that changes, I'll tell you. But that's where I'm at right now. All right. So those are the stocks that I nibbled on. That's my thoughts on the overall market. What do I think about next week? You got Fed coming up, no Fed cut. I think you might get your first Fed cut maybe in June. I think the Fed has to wait to make sure that you don't have a tariff inflation, because the February CPI number that we got just the other day was much better than expected. CPI and PPI were way down. I'm sorry. PPI was way down. CPI was lighter than expected, but PPI was much lighter than expected. Those are very promising signals that inflation is working its way back to the downside, because the last 5 months inflation was going up. So ever since September, the August read, inflation was going up. Yeah. So September, October, November, December, January, inflation was going up. 2.4, 2.6, I'm sorry, 2.4, 2.6, 2.7, 2.8, 2.9, 3.1. Okay. Inflation was going up. Now it's went back to the downside for the month of February. But the tariffs weren't really implemented yet in the month of February. So there was no tariff influence on any prices. As you move forward into March and April 2nd is the reciprocal tariffs. And then you just had, obviously, we put tariffs on Canada. We put tariffs on Mexico. We increased tariffs on China. So that happened just recently. So that'll be in the March number. But then in the April number, it's going to be reciprocal tariffs. That's tariffs on everybody. whatever any country has a tariff on a US product, we will tariff them back the exact same number. So if you have a 50% tariff on a US made automobile, if I don't know what Germany's tariff is, but let's, for example, Germany has high tariffs on US made automobiles, right? So it's difficult for Ford and Cadillac to sell cars in Germany because Germany has Mercedes and BMW and you have Audi and everything else, and they don't want US made cars coming into Germany. They have tariffs on US made cars. I don't even know if we have tariffs on German made cars, to be honest with you. We might not even have tariffs. If we do, they're very low. I have to check. I have to go back and look at the list. I have a whole list of like the tariffs. So I have to check. Don't quote me on that. But whatever anybody has on us, we're going to tariff them the exact same amount. That happens on April 2nd. So that means the whole month of April, you should see those price increases, which is why in May, you get to May and you get April's CPI number. And then in April, you're going to get March's CPI number. The Fed needs to make sure that those 2 months, inflation is still cooperating. If you get 2 months of what you saw just this past week of CPI and PPI heading back to the downside, if you get that in March and April, the coast is clear to cut rates at the June meeting. Okay. So I'm telling you right now, if you get favorable CPI and PPI next month and the month after, you probably get a 25 basis point cut at the June Fed meeting. And that's the first month you'll get the rate cut. All right. And that would, I think, and the markets would sniff that out. So when you get the lighter than expected inflation, the markets would sniff that out before the Fed meeting. And then going into June, the markets start to move higher. So I think that the month of April could be like a peak tariff disruption fear, where that's where like the maximum fear of tariffs is going to show up. And the markets could find that bottom and capitulate sometime in April, maybe, and then start to recover with a lighter than expected inflation read. Maybe you get a resolution to the Russia-Ukraine war that drops oil prices. If oil prices drop, then that means inflation can come down and a lot, because oil is in everything. If you can get oil under $60 a barrel, then inflation is going to be in a really good place. We got oil from 80 to like $66, $67 a barrel. But if you can get it down to like sub 60, that's going to be a very, very, very good sign for inflation. And the Fed would welcome that very much. And that could set you up then for the markets to bottom late spring and then start to recover in the summer as the Fed begins to cut rates and you avoid recession. So those are my thoughts. But if tariffs are still on and inflation's not moving down, then I would say the chances of recession in the second half of this year really go up. I think that by the summer, go to like June, July, I think you're going to have the answer. I think you'll know if whether or not we're going to have a recession or not by probably the summertime, or at least I think I will. I think I'll be able to like merely, because right now I'm telling you, I don't think we're going to have one. But by June, July, I'll be able to say that with a little bit more conviction, or I'll be changing my tune to saying, hey, you know what? I think that we might fall into recession Q4, Q1 and 26. We might fall into a recession. So I'll let you guys know. But nonetheless, today was a great day. Congratulations to all of our members that made some money today. And that's really what it comes down to, right? It's you guys come on this YouTube channel to make money. You join trading communities to make money. You don't do it to make friends. Hopefully you don't do it to share political opinions, because we don't tolerate that shit at True Trading Group. You go to Facebook for your political opinions and posts. All we care about is how to make money. That's it, period. But that's what this is all about. It's all about making money. And that's exactly what our members do. If you don't believe me, just watch this. Members, do me a favor. Type the number 1 if you're making money. Type the number 1 if you guys are becoming better traders because of TTG. Go ahead, type the number 1 inside a chat right now, real quick. Just my members that are on here. I know it's Friday. Everybody wants to go and enjoy the weekend. I'm golfing tomorrow. It's going to be a blast. All right, I get it. But just go ahead, type the number 1 if you guys are making money, if you're becoming better traders because of TTG. What's the difference, pros and cons, between trading options and futures? When's it better to trade options? When's it better to trade futures? Well, I mean, the pros of trading futures, and for those of you that are not members, pay attention to how many people you see type the number 1. These are all members of True Trading Group that are making money. right? If these people, all these people typing number one, they're all making money. So if they can, why can't you? They're not smarter than you. They're not luckier than you. They don't have more time than you. Remember, 82% of our members have a full-time job. So if they can do this and make money, so can you. All right. So the pros and cons, futures versus options. Okay. Well, the beauty about futures is that there is no PDT rule and there is no time decay. So futures trade like equities, meaning the price is just price. There's nothing else impacting and influencing the price of the security. It's just price, like an equity. Options, that's not true. Options, you have gamma and delta, implied volatility, you have theta, which is time decay. All of these things factor into the price of the option. It makes it a little bit more difficult to control your risk, makes it a little bit more difficult to know how many contracts you should buy. And it makes it more difficult because you need to get the timing of your trade correct, not just the direction. With futures, you don't have to worry about that. You can just say, I'm going to go along here. I'm going to set my stop loss, and whether it moves higher in 5 minutes or in 5 hours or in 5 days, you're going to make X amount of money. That's not true with options. If you buy an option contract today and you set a stop loss and it goes up in 10 minutes, you're going to make money. But if you buy it and let's say the expiration is today or the expiration is the day after and the stock doesn't move higher for 4 or 5 hours, you might get stopped out because of time decay, not because you're wrong on the direction. Okay. So that's one thing. You also have the PDT rule. That's another. And futures, the benefit to futures also is overnight trading. So futures trade overnight. Options will stop trading at 4 o'clock, 4:15 if you're trading an index option. But if you're trading an individual stock option, like if you're trading like Tesla call options, they stop trading at 4 o'clock. So after 4 o'clock, you can't buy or sell that contract until 9:30 a.m. the following morning. With futures, even though the market's closed at 4 o'clock, the futures market still trades. You can sell a futures contract at 5 in the afternoon. You can buy a futures contract at 1 in the morning if you wanted to. Okay. So futures will be trading overnight. Futures trade actually 23/6. So you guys can trade futures, okay, at all hours basically of the day and night that you won't be able to with options. Now, the benefit of options over futures is that individual stocks don't necessarily have futures contracts. Futures contracts are going to be with commodities. They're going to be with the indexes. You can trade futures on the S&P, on the NASDAQ, on the Russell. You can trade futures on gold, on oil, but you can't trade like a futures contract on Palantir. So it depends on what you want to be trading. Those are the kind of the pros and cons of the two. Hope that answers your question, Brandon. If you're looking to, you're looking for futures trading, you're looking for options trading, there is no better place. You guys, we have futures trading, we have options trading, we have equities trading, and you got myself and 8 other professional full-time traders to help teach you and walk you through it. Okay. So Brandon and anybody else, anybody that has, an interest in joining True Trading Group, I will offer you a double your money back guarantee if you can't make back your membership fee. I'm dead serious. So when you guys join True Trading Group, if you're not able to make back at least what you paid to join, we'll give you back double your money. So if you guys are interested in joining True Trading Group, just send a text message to 1-888-621-2127. The phone number is right down there at the bottom of your screen. Just text us your name, your email, and the letters TTG. All right. And then we'll get you guys hooked up. All right. So that's 1-888-621-2127. Whether you're a complete total newbie, never traded a day in your life, or you've been doing this for 25 years, we have everybody in between. We have former market maker. We literally have a market maker that used to be a market maker for the NASDAQ, since retired and just trades for himself. He's been trading for over 25 years. He's a member, right? But then we also have members that never traded an option or a stock a day in their life, and they're just getting started. They just opened up a Webull account or a Robinhood account. They put $500 in it. And they're ready to go. And we have those people too. And then we have everything in between that. So if you guys are interested, like I said, I put my money where my mouth is. If you can't make your membership fee back during your membership with us, we'll give you back double what you paid to join. I can do that because our refund rate, it's less than 2.5%. That's why I have no problem offering you guys double your money back. We have a retention rate, meaning members stay with us after they join. So I mean, like you join an annual membership and our members renew that membership or they upgrade to become lifetime members at a rate of around 75%. Okay, which is unbelievable. And that's unheard of. But it's just it's a testament to the quality of the platform that you guys are joining. Again, there's a reason we have over 10,000 members in 114 countries. There's a reason why we received the Benzinga FinTech Award for Best AI Analysis Tool. There's a reason we have a direct data partnership agreement with the NASDAQ directly to provide us level 3 institutional data feeds. Right? These are all things that we have at True Trading Group that none of these other platforms out there can really say. There's my business partner and I actually at the NASDAQ. That's the closing bell. We got a whole tour of the facility, and when we signed the data partnership agreement, they actually put our name and logo on the big LED screen in the middle of Times Square to congratulate us. Was really fun. Was really awesome. Was a nice kind of a moment, for us as a company and as a community to get that recognition. So you guys, when you join True Trading Group, you guys can know that you're joining a real legitimate platform with tens of thousands, well, not tens of thousands, but over 10,000 members in 114 countries, with partnerships with some of the leading companies in this industry. All right. So, and what do you guys have to lose? You got a double your money back guarantee. So again, send a text message 1-888, okay, 621-2127. You're interested, text that number. You'll talk to a real person. They'll tell you everything that's included with your membership. I'm giving away a special gift for people that text in that number right now. Actually, we're making a lot of changes to our website this weekend, so things are changing here. Price is going up on Monday. I'm just letting you guys, actually Sunday at midnight, price goes up. So if you guys are interested, can you give examples of trades you provide? I mean, sure. Long MES, long MNQ. That was today. Those are futures contracts. We also have some moderators that trade 0 DTEs, which are like, quicker, cheaper options, more volatility, high risk, high reward. We also have, I don't understand. We give examples of trades of alerts that we send out. We send out everything. You got to remember, MK, there's myself and 8 other professional traders that trade live with you every day. So we all have different styles. So some of us trade equities, some of us trade options, some of us trade futures, some of us day trade, some of us swing trade. So throughout the course of a trading day, you're going to get trade alerts from all the different moderators. And depending on what you want, like maybe you don't trade equities, well, then you'll just pay attention to the options alerts. Maybe you only trade futures, well, then you're only going to pay attention to the futures alerts. Maybe you don't day trade, you're only going to pay attention to the swing trade alerts, right? So we do it all. We have all these different moderators for a reason, because I think it's really important for traders to get exposure to different styles and strategies. I'm not the person that's like, hey, it's my way or the highway. Like, you don't have to trade the way that I do. My style might not be best for everybody. Everyone's got their own likes and dislikes, their own strengths and weaknesses. Everybody has their own personality traits, which actually plays a big part in affecting your style of trading. And everybody has different time, right? Some people we have members that are truck drivers. They're on the road 14 hours a day. They obviously are not going to be able to trade the same way as someone that works from home and is at a desk all day, right? So that's 2 different trading styles that you're going to have to implement. So it's just, there's a lot of variety at True Trading Group for that very specific reason. I will tell you that the moderators and I collectively as a group have a cumulative win rate of around 80% for the last 5 years. And that is on every single entry, every take profit, every stop loss, every green, red, break even trade. It's all there for you guys to see. We're fully transparent on the website with all of our trader history. That's a cumulative average of all of the moderators, all of our executions. But yeah, you get all of that, right? Like that's all of the different types of trades and strategies and styles and alerts that you're going to be receiving. So when it comes to the 7-day trial, is it 7 working days? Does that include the weekend? No. So buy and sell, our trial is actually 7 trading days. It's not 7 calendar days. So if you join our trial, it's 7 days long. It's 7 trading days. So Saturdays, Sundays, they don't count against your 7 days. You get 7 trading days with us, market open. You get 7 market days with us in your trial. Okay. You guys can join our trial if you'd like. Okay. It's 7 days. We do charge $3. And let me just explain to you why. It's not because we want your $3. It just ensures that you are a real person, because if we just if it was free, we get it. It used to be free, but some people come in, you have like a bunch of like stock pumpers. They like come in, they distract, they're disruptive. They violate chat room rules. They try to pump some 10-cent piece of shit penny stock that, and we got to get rid of those people. So we have thousands of people in our chat room during the day. Okay. On average, there's around 2,200 people in chat at one given time with around 5,000 unique logins throughout the day. Okay. So around 5,000 people log into our chat every day. And at any one moment, there's over 2,000 people in chat. So we maintain a very high quality chat room during the day, and I won't jeopardize the integrity and the quality of that chat room by letting people come in and be distracting and be disruptive and, take away from everyone trying to make money. So that's why we charge $3 for the trial. It just ensures you're a real person and you're serious about this because you're actually going to put your credit card information in. There is no automatic renewal on your trial. There is no automatic upgrade on your trial. Okay, you don't just automatically get charged a membership if you forget to cancel. We don't play games like that. Once your trial is over, it's just over. It expires. You're never charged anything again. You would need to manually say to us, I want to become a full-time member. Okay, great. Let's sign you up for an annual membership. It does not happen automatically. You can go to ttgtrial.com, fill out the form, pay the $3, join us for the 7 days. I will just tell you this, okay? I just want to be fully transparent, just so everybody knows. The price of our membership for the entire year after the trial, if you sign up for the trial and then you decide these guys are great, I want to join, the membership for the entire year will cost you $1,497. That includes Benzinga Pro, Trading Views charts, Trade Idea Scanner, dark pool data, congressional trading, and everything else. Okay. But if you want to join True Trading Group now, I'm giving a special deal for those people that text us before Sunday at midnight. You can actually join for less than $1,000 for the year. I just want to be clear about that. If you want to do the trial, be my guest and do the trial. But just know the price is significantly higher if you go through the trial. If you want to join now, you can spend less than $1,000 for the year, but you have to text 1-888-621-2127. The phone number is right down there at the bottom of your screen. I just want to be fully transparent. I don't want you to think I pulled a fast one on you or anything like that. Okay. We are transparent here. We're an open book. I just want to be clear about that. Okay. That's it. So there's the phone number, guys. If you guys want to join, we do offer a double your money back guarantee. Don't forget, if you can't make back your membership fee, we give you back double what you paid. Okay. So just, if you want to know more information about it, 1-888-621-2127. Text that number now. Otherwise, go join the trial, ttgtrial.com. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, folks. I'll see you back here Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll talk about where the futures market's opening up. We'll go over what I think the markets do next week. We have a Fed meeting coming up. That's going to be important. We got to discuss all that. I'm going to lay out for you my entire game plan, how I plan on making money next week. Have a great weekend. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, show some